Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Wally. My guest for this segment is Jan Minami with the Chinatown Cultural Gallery. Did I get that right?
That is the name of our gallery, but we have a foundation.
What is
too.
your foundation?
Chinatown Fresno Foundation.
Okay. Erase that. We're talking about the Chinatown Fresno Foundation, or Fresno Chinatown Foundation.
No, Chinatown Fresno.
It is, okay. Got it right.
Chinatown first.
By the time we get done with this, you'll get it down. But no, this is kind of an exciting thing because it's an important part of our local community, and I'm going to have Jan kind of give us a history, how it came about, and, you know, there's a whole lot more to it that I know about because I talked to her than what I bet you know about. So, Jan, Chinatown, tell me. It didn't just spring up last week. No. It happened a long time ago in a place very near to here.
Yes.
How did that happen?
When Fresno first relocated down from Millerton,
yes,
they came around the ash tree, and there were a number of Chinese people who moved down to Fresno as well. They had worked on the railroad.
Yeah, I was going to say, were they railroad workers?
They were railroad workers, but they also knew how to make bricks and build buildings. So when Fresno was being built, they were the builders.
They were the builders.
Yes.
But they weren't allowed in the buildings, basically.
After a short period of time, they were not.
Yeah.
They were asked to relocate on the other side of the track. So now Chinatown is east of the railroad tracks and west of Freeway 99.
Okay. So I'm totally clueless because I don't, believe it or not, I don't live in Fresno.
Okay.
Where are we talking about exactly?
We're directly east of core downtown.
Okay.
Chinatown is actually part of downtown.
Of downtown. Okay. So isn't it amazing how it was put down there, and yet that's where downtown is today? Go figure, right? All right. So, but it's called Chinatown, but when it was created, it wasn't just the Chinese community that were kind of relegated to that part of the world, was it?
No. Everyone who was not educated and generally acceptable to the primarily white men who were the power structure in downtown Fresno, in Fresno.
Right.
So there are 11 different cultures that were located as diverse as Chinese and uneducated Italians. And
the mafia's going to they're going to get their dime out. No, I laugh because my wife, she's Italian, and we have a lot of fun with that. But what are some of the other communities that were relegated there?
Portuguese, Philippines, Greek, Armenian, Volga Germans Volga Russians from Germany, Basque people from Spain and France.
Jan, these are cultures that are very prominent.
They are
in our Fresno community today, aren't they?
Yes.
And because I'm talking about it now, I can say I'm our community.
Yes.
But they are. You know,
yes.
There is. I mean, you look at the Armenian, the Chinese, and
Japanese.
Certainly. Well, I was going to say the entire Asian region has an incredible cultural representation here, and I know that for many reasons, but one is just not too long ago, Fresno City College had their Asian Culture Week or whatever month.
They did, yes.
And I got to talk to someone about that. I learned a lot, you know. Okay. That's good. But it's okay. So it was there.
Yes.
We've got all these cultures, and they're all shunted down there. And then at some point in time, like a lot of things out of history, people looked at it and said, you know, that's kind of a nice place to be. Let's put our downtown down there. And so they did. So we got downtown. But Chinatown's still there, right?
Yes,
Tell me
is.
It's still there.
It is still there. Absolutely it is.
And it's
we
thriving,
love it.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it is moving towards thriving.
Okay,
How's
so
that?
let's talk about moving towards thriving.
Right.
What does that mean in today's world?
Probably our biggest draw are restaurants.
Okay.
We have really good restaurants. And
I've heard that rumor, yeah.
Very diverse restaurants. The best breakfast, the best tacos, the best soul food, and
you know, I don't think that's
Japanese
part of the
food.
Beijing menu, is it?
No, it's not.
That's great. Okay, but no, you got.
But we have a very diverse background and
great restaurants.
Yes, we also have a lot of barber shops.
Now, We don't know. I'm not going there. I'll believe you on that.
We do. Those are the primary two business categories.
Okay.
But as an organization, when we got started a couple of years ago...
Well, that was my next question.
Okay.
Let's talk about the organization. When did you get started?
A couple of years ago.
Really? Surprise. Okay,
Well,
why did you get started?
Two reasons.
Okay.
One is that high-speed rail came in, which we do support, but they closed off all the roads into Chinatown. So that made business
that made
district
it a little tough, didn't it?
a little bit like the old redlining.
Yeah.
Where,
Okay,
things
so
did not
then, Jan,
move
I'm
back
going
and
to ask
forth.
you, the high-speed rail, my understanding, is kind of gone by the wayside per se.
Maybe.
But a lot of the stuff is there, a lot of the structures that are built. How is this currently affecting Chinatown?
There still is a fence that runs from the north boundary to the south boundary that shuts Chinatown off from the rest of downtown.
Well, how can we get rid of that fence?
We're working on it. We have a very supportive council member,
Yeah.
District 3 in Miguel Arias.
Yes.
We have been told that one of the streets will be opened in September.
Why not now?
Because the...
I'm not being...
The largest issue is with Union Pacific Railroad because they've been there a long time.
The railroad. It
Yes.
always gets back to that dastardly railroad. Those guys are, they're the snidely.
They don't talk to anybody
No, they don't.
local. And so Councilmember Arias was able to get everybody together and got them to agree to open up one of the roads. So we'll have to wait and see what the state of California does, but I think high-speed rail, the California Railroad, has been supportive of us and
Yeah.
will do what they can to
You know what, Jan?
make it easier for us.
I want to know more about this as time unfolds.
Okay.
Would you come back and
Sure.
talk to me?
Yes.
Because I'll have a good time making fun of bad people. Okay? Not a problem. Want to see that opened up. Want to see the businesses down there thrive.
Right.
Okay, so, been around a couple years as an organization.
Yes.
Fighting the nasty old railroad. We're going to get the town open back up. What else is going on?
The other thing we support the businesses in Chinatown, and because we do have some vacant buildings, we're trying to encourage startup businesses to come and locate in Chinatown.
Okay.
So, as an organization, we're going to support them.
Good. Do you have any type of businesses that your organization may have in mind that you'd like to see in those vacant spaces?
What we're looking for is smaller businesses. We actually do have a number of musicians, artists. We have the only
Maybe an art
skateboard
gallery?
Art gallery would be great.
Oh, we don't want skateboarders. Those
We
guys-
have a skateboarder.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry. Actually, the owner of that sits on our board. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
No, we do have a number of young people
Yeah.
in Chinatown, and the kinds of businesses that they personally are willing to start, we are happy to support.
Could we get some tech down there?
Would
our
love
own
that.
multi-billionaires, grown locally.
Yep.
Bring.
We have a couple of podcasters.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like podcasting.
Yeah. See, so they're normally businesses that don't have a huge pot of money to operate, and it's not real expensive to
Right,
get a
to-
facility in Chinatown, and then we can provide the actual business knowledge that someone might need.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
because
it is.
so many, and particularly young people, that have great ideas and zero business understanding. They go out with this great idea and they're not successful because they don't have
Right.
business understanding.
Yep.
And I like to see anything that supports entrepreneurialism.
Right.
And that's a big area that always could use a lot of support.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I do?
Well, we
So-
call it the Chinatown Empowerment Center.
Awesome. Great.
Okay.
And we're going to, and Chinatown matters.
Yes,
You
it
see
does.
that? Chinatown matters. You bet you it does. And it matters here on this show for sure. Okay, but we've got, now, there is a grand opening.
Yes.
Let's talk about this grand opening.
Well, the other focus, besides the businesses in Chinatown, our other focus is the cultural background of the people who founded Chinatown and who live there now.
Okay.
And so we have identified and connected to the 11 communities. We
Okay.
were very fortunate to have donations of a large amount of Japanese heritage materials
Okay.
from the Japanese American Citizens League. So that's our first exhibit,
Where
and
it's
we're
going to start? All right.
yes, we had it in a small facility, but we've expanded
Cool.
to a much larger facility.
And here in the Central Valley,
Yes,
Japanese heritage is not a little thing.
no, it's
There are
not.
a lot of stuff happened. You know, at least I've heard that rumor.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some friends that have had family members that were part of a lot of the things that happened.
Right.
You know, so I have a little bit of more knowledge. But
The-
so talk about it.
We have a map that shows almost 60 Japanese-owned businesses in Chinatown in 1940.
Really?
Yeah.
And in 1946,
Right.
there were how many?
None.
Yeah.
Except caretaker
Yeah.
businesses. So the influence of the Japanese culture in Chinatown is still very strong,
Okay.
and it's felt within the Japanese community.
I bet.
And so we're fortunate to be able to launch with Japanese heritage. We will be moving on to Mexican heritage the end of October,
Okay.
and African American heritage in the spring.
Awesome.
So those are
Covering some stuff.
yes.
And how about Italians? Right. I got it. My wife's gonna. If I don't ask, she's not gonna. Okay. All right. So we'll have a pizza parlor put in there. So, no, but yeah, we're gonna have of all the cultures. My understanding is there's going to be an attempt to.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. What about, because this just came to my mind, and I warned you before you came on, you never know what's going to happen. What about of the other Asian cultures that are now here that weren't part of Chinatown in its conception and stuff? Are they, are they to be ultimately included because it's Asian culture, or is that something separate from? And if I'm putting you on the spot, I'm not going to apologize for it. It's just what is, right?
Our cultural gallery is just reflecting the original 11 cultures. However, the Japanese Buddhist Church is now owned by Burmese Buddhists, and they are very active in our organization and come to our community meetings, and we're involved with our Chinatown Live event, allowed tours of the temple. So
Really? Awesome.
whoever is with us,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
happy to celebrate.
Within the community
Right.
today.
Yes,
And
within
that's,
the community.
and that's
today.
great, kind of like homegrown stuff, right?
Yes.
And we support homegrown stuff, don't we?
We do.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so the gallery, it's opening when?
It's opening Tuesday, the 13th,
Tuesday the 13th.
5:30 p.m.,
And that's located where?
912 F Street, 912 F Street. Look for the bright red door.
Sounds like that'd be in Chinatown.
It is.
It is. Surprise, surprise. Okay. But there's got to be some online stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, what do we got online where I can find out more about your organization,
Yes.
particularly? Is there something online for Chinatown in general, by chance?
ChinatownFresno.org.
Okay, well there is. How about that?
We have some history and some very specific information.
Okay.
And there's also a page on that where you can contact us
Okay.
and be added to our newsletter list. We do 2 to 4 newsletters a month
Really?
about things that happen that are relevant to Chinatown.
Okay.
So we'd be happy to add whoever is
okay.
interested at all. We do community meetings 5 a year.
Okay.
So people can find out more about what's relevant in Chinatown.
What about, for like some of the issues, and they can find out through your webpage and stuff, but people that might be interested in helping to bring support to like getting the fence taken down so that, access can be had. I mean, come on, right? We're for open air, access. This is important. Businesses need to have people to get to those businesses
Right.
in order
Exactly.
to survive. I'm going to assume that your organization is not supporting the businesses that are there that people aren't getting to, right?
We support all of Chinatown
No, I mean
and
financially,
anyone who
yeah.
wants to help. No,
Yeah.
we're not financially
Yeah.
supporting them.
But-
Although we do.
All right. Jan, I have
Okay.
on kind of a serious note.
Sure.
Okay, there's been some access that's been blocked off. What is the easiest way to access it today? And don't tell me you got to drop in by a parachute.
I won't.
Okay, thank you.
Because that's not easy.
Okay.
Have you done it?
No.
Okay, I haven't
Wouldn't do
either,
it,
but
yeah.
I'm assuming that it's not easy.
Yeah.
Fresno Street or Ventura.
Okay, so you can access it
Those are
through
the
Ventura.
boundaries,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And the primary business district is F Street and Kern Street.
Mm-hmm. That's where the restaurants
That's-
are. I'm asking
Close,
questions.
yes,
Okay.
yes, for a
Yeah.
very specific reason, I
Yes,
understand.
yeah, very specific. Good to
Yes.
go. All right. Not for the haircuts, though. I'm not down with that.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jan, I want to thank you for being on today.
Thank you very much.
Thank your organization for what you're doing. And I'm serious about coming back.
Okay.
You know, whatever I can do through the show here to help your organization and Chinatown in general.
Okay.
I'll make points with my wife because she has an educated Italian ancestor. No, we're not going to. But anyway, no, I want to help them out.
Okay. One other thing I want to say about Chinatown Matters.
Yeah.
You can, if you use hashtag Chinatown Matters, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
All right. Do I have a kind of a panic look on my 10-year-old
No,
grandson is not with me? I
I'll
don't
look out
understand.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
Not,
All right.
I'm not telling you
Yeah,
personally.
No, hashtag Chinatown Matters.
Yes.
Okay. Good deal. So you got that information. If you want to support, how do they get a hold of you again if they want to support your organization?
They can email us at Chinatown93706 at gmail.com.
Okay, got it. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
I'll see you when we come back, and I'll see
Okay.
you when we come back.
Our district has seen a tremendous, continuous disinvestment from governments at all levels. So there's a real need to support the businesses in Chinatown and help them market to the larger communities.
The younger generation in Fresno, some of them don't even know there's a Chinatown in Fresno. So just a loss of customers has been tough, but finding new ones is a challenge, but it's achievable.
Anything for a business owner or someone seeking a job, we will try to provide the resources here in Chinatown for them to take advantage of.
You know, we have community meetings that everyone gets to voice their concerns about security, safety, about walkability, connectivity.
We gather the people who are interested in Chinatown on topics that are of interest to everybody.
And we're here to try to improve business in Chinatown, trying to get some of these vacant buildings to become useful again and to get rid of some of the blight that's here in Fresno, Chinatown.
Most of the people in Fresno are connected in some way to the 11 cultures that grew in Chinatown.
Yeah, Central Fish has been in my family since 1950. My uncle, Akira Yokomi, they have a school, Yokomi Elementary, named after him. Unfortunately, there's not too many Chinese in Chinatown anymore. There's a big Japanese influence still in the buildings, in the architecture. We have a heavy Mexican population here.
That's why we support promoting the cultural connections so strongly.
Chinatown was born through segregation. We were kind of forced to be in this part of town, and there's a lot of history that is being lost every day.
It's an area of Fresno that hasn't been treated fairly. That's starting to change. The Streets Project, water permeable alley facings, and there'll be pedestrian lighting.
And people would like to invest in Chinatown because they believe and they have hope, and you know, we're trying to foster that.